For the next steps, go to knowhowtogo.org.
Welcome back to Kids in the Kitchen. Today we have an excellent show for you. We're doing the great egg and featuring that in all of our food items. Now earlier in the show we did a quiche, which had broccoli, scallions, mushrooms, and 2 kinds of cheeses. And that's in the oven baking. And now we're going to work on some great meringue cookies. So let's get started.
Okay, so meringue is a classic preparation when you're talking about desserts. And they taste kind of like marshmallow. So they melt in your mouth, very sweet, very lovely. Meringue should be hard. So what we're going to do is start with our basic egg whites. We've already separated the egg whites and we left them out for about an hour. Crack your eggs right out of the refrigerator, separate them then, let them sit for an hour. It helps with making the beating process. It speeds that along and helps make the foam and the peaks, and you'll see what I mean, get a little bit stiffer. We're also going to be using some acid today. We have cream of tartar, and you can also use lemon. That helps create the foam. So I'm going to start and then pass over to Alex here. So, while we were mixing, I was telling Alex that we're going to continue to mix the egg whites, beat them until foam appears. Then we're going to add in our acid and salt to help get our stiff peaks. The sugar will also help those peaks stay stiff, and Sheila will be helping Alex by adding the sugar for him gradually after we get a little bit more stiffness to our egg whites. Okay, we're going to turn it back on. See how this is slowly becoming stiff? So we're just going to mix this in a few more seconds. Okay, so we have some nice peaks going on here. We're going to mix in some cocoa, and we're going to mix in some almond extract, and then what we'll be doing is spooning and piping the meringue out onto a cookie sheet.
The thing that's so interesting, I think, about egg whites is how the total texture of the ingredient changes when you add the beating motion to it and the sugar. I mean, it goes from being liquid form, which I know is soft, to then being kind of in a medium stage.
And slowly mix it in.
Which is kind of what you showed us earlier, and now they're actually in the stiff phase. And I mean, the thing is, that's 3 eggs. That's 3 eggs and some sugar, and it seems like it's totally changed this whole, you know, the density of the ingredient.
We used double the amount of the sugar today, so we used about a cup of sugar, and the eggs came to about 1/4 cup. We've added a little cocoa to give it a little cocoa flavor. Next, we'll be spooning into a Ziploc bag. Now, normally when you're doing pastry, you'll have a nice fancy pastry bag. Sheila and I like to teach people how to cook with what they have in the house. That looks good. And so we're going to do it this way. We will spoon some of our mixture into the Ziploc bag, cut it in, pipe it out. Sounds good?
That's great.
Okay. So, Sheila, you want to help spoon in the mixture into a Ziploc bag. I'll hold it.
Okay.
Alex, if you and I can change places real quick. Looks good.
Okay. Now, Alex, have you ever made meringue before?
No.
And I bet you're familiar with some desserts that feature meringue. Have you ever had angel food cake?
No.
Okay, well that's a white, airy kind of cake. Another type of dessert that uses meringue is key lime pie, which is really popular, as well as, of course, the famous lemon meringue pie. So there's all types of desserts where meringue is the featured ingredient.
Now, the other thing is that egg whites are often used in preparations for other things. So you've had waffles, right? Okay. Egg whites are what is put in the waffles to make them light and fluffy. So, for instance, you ever wonder why waffles and pancakes taste a little bit differently? Yeah. Egg whites.
I'm going to get you a napkin.
Okay. I will definitely need a napkin. Okay. So, this part sometimes gets a little messy, but that's okay. I'm going to cut the end to about a little bit more than 1/2 inch, and then pipe this out. We'll be putting approximately 2 trays, piping it out for you. I'll start you off, and then if you want to jump in, you can do it too. So, we're simply just piping them out to get nice round discs. Looks good? See? You want to try? Yeah. Okay. So I do like about 3 circles, but you need to come quick. Okay? So what I want you to do is...
Just put that in the bowl out.
Okay. So we're going to hold this over. So take your left hand, like that, your right hand up there. Okay, move over. So what I want you to do is use this as a guide, squeeze with your back hand, but tilt it towards right. There you go. Dip it up, move to the next.
Very good.
Next, a different type of eye-hand coordination. You get, see, and don't be afraid of it. You can squeeze it a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to keep piping out our cookies. We hope to see you when we join us back to Kids in the Kitchen when we do our appetizer. And right now we're making almond and chocolate flavored lemon meringue cookies.
Listen up, Energy Hogs. We got a real